Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. I would ask that you have a second blanket or that you have a chair. We will be seated for the second 20 minutes in a cross-legged seat, and so it's very useful if you're unaccustomed to sitting cross-legged for that long. It would be really beneficial to have two blankets or to have a chair or to have a bolster of some kind, something that you feel comfortable with having your legs crossed for the second half, because we set out day one. Good morning, good morning. There are 3 parts to our practice this morning and for the next 40 days. So the first practice will be our very simple asana warm-up. The second will be a kriya for the navel, so that we are establishing ourselves in the center of the body, and at a physiological level that gives us a core that holds us up. Because the third is 4 simple gestures, all up in the shoulders, up in the chest, that are going to create a quality of light, and you want the navel to hold as though you were building a candle, and you're building a candle so that it won't fall over as it gets brighter. You don't want it to melt and droop down. We start at the navel, it fortifies us, and then we bring the ignition through the body. It's really, really a phenomenal sequence. So as I said, you will want to have 1 extra blanket. You can also stack your blocks underneath your blanket if you want to get a little height. But 2 blankets and a strap. Let's bring it into a cross-legged seat. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. I'm tuning in. May we be guided. May we be guided in all ways to what is outside of us, to make our way through the outer world. May we be guided in all ways through our inner world. Om Namo, I bow to everything outside of me. Gurudev Namo, I bow to everything inside of me. I am held in all dimensions. 3 times. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om roll your shoulders and roll your wrists, and good morning and hello and welcome. Day 1. So on your back, we begin there to loosen at the hips. Draw your right knee into your chest, let your left leg be long, and then lifting the left heel, exhale, bring it back down. Good morning, good morning. Inhaling up, exhaling down. As you inhale up, bring your right shin a little closer. As you bring your heel down, reach out through the left heel, flex both feet. Broaden through the low back. If you need to, bend your left knee. If it's clicking or popping, soften the hold. And then keeping your left heel down, take your left hand overhead and take it a little to the right and stand in the left heel. Open and close your left hand. Eye into the middle, hold the left shin. Right leg long, flex your feet, and inhale, heel up, exhale, heel down. So that we start right at this great hinge of the hips, how the legs meet the body. Broaden and lengthen the spine. And then keep your right heel to the floor. Take your right hand overhead, reach out, and take your hand a little towards the left. Stand more clearly in your right heel, and from your right heel, reach out through your right hand. Open and close the right hand fist. And into the center, hands wide, heels on the outer edge of your mat. Let your knees drop left and right. So let it be slow. Take your time, come into your body. And then loosen the hold of your shoulders. Loosen the breath in your chest. And notice how this allows your knees to move more easily. Breath is full and easy in your chest. Knees can move. Now, one option, if your low back is tight or past injury, you can keep this going right here. Or straighten your right leg and drop your left knee across, left hand overhead. Come through center. Change the arms, change the leg. So left leg is long. Right knee goes across. You roll back to center. Right hand to left knee, go right. Center. Left hand to right knee, go left. We'll just do this 8 more times. Exhaling as you turn. Inhaling at the center. Starting to get a little more length from the chest and the hips. A little more opening in the shoulder. Now when your left knee comes across, stay and sweep your left hand just along the floor. All the way up to the ceiling. All the way back and down. Open your shoulder. Take your time. And then wide to the left, let it pause. And into the middle. Side to side, just twice. And when your right knee drops across the left side, stay. And sweep your right hand, widening through the right shoulder. All the way through the right ribs. Good, and then your right hand stays wide for a few breaths. Into the middle so that you can turn right over and find your hands and knees and drop back into child. Feel the length of your arms, wag the tail. On your inhale, you rise up, tuck your toes. On your exhale, you find dog. And return hands, knees to child, and then hands, knees to dog, your pace. So in particular, we're warming through the spine, we're opening through the shoulders, and now we're coming a little more deeply into the legs and the hips here. Walkie dog, walkie dog. Both legs walk to the left side and cross your left foot in front of your right. So you've crossed your dog high on the thighs as you can. Come to your hands and your knees. Widen your feet so your left knee is stacked in front of your right. And then fold back on your exhale. Inhale, you come back to hands and knees. Draw your heart forward. Tuck your chin, round your back. Hips towards your heels. 2. Rise up. And this time go back more slowly. You can wag your tail. Find all the ways you're holding the outer hip, the inner thigh, and then stay. Softening your inner thigh. Softening through the knees, the outer hips, the low back. Breath into the upper back. Rise up. Tuck your toes, find your dog, and step your back foot, which is your right foot, step it in front of your left leg. And then knees down, right knee stacked in front of left, feet wide, fold back. There's 3. Rising up for the inhale. Wag the tail, folding back. There's 2. Rising up. Wag the tail, and one more time, taking your time, going back slowly. So with this posture, we're really building the seat so that we can sit with legs crossed over time, so that we can relieve the tension in our low back, so that the grip of the muscles at the low spine start to release, and the spine will have more mobility, which is something that's important in this sequence. Soften the inner thighs, the knees, the shins, until the tips of your toes can move. Coming up. Tuck your toes, uncross and walk out your dog, finding the space you've made. Just one more place. We'll walk our feet to our hands and get the strap as you come up. If you don't have a strap, you can use a scarf, a length of cloth, a belt. We'll just take the strap up and over the shoulders. So as wide as it needs to be, to come over the shoulders and back down. That each of these gestures are opening the stiffness of our morning body. Or maybe it's the stiffness of your afternoon body, wherever you are. We're creating symmetry, left side, right side. Front and back, top and bottom. Put a little lift in your heart. A little tuck of your chin, upper back spreads. Good, hands up high, take them to the right side, across the front, and then up over the left. 3. For 2. And also this sequence uses the shoulders, and I'd like them to be ready and safe. Go left, across the front, and up over the right. One more. Good. Hands behind you, palms facing forward. Just stay a beat, turn your chin. And set it down. Good. Come right onto the back. We're going to start in a seat for a second. Starting the breath. Liberating where to put the breath. Sitting tall. And notice how you've created a crease in the hip, the spine is tall, the chest is broad. Right hand, first 2 fingers fold down. High left. Put your right thumb to your right nostril, just above the flare there. Breathe in through the left. And take the tip of your 4th finger and close the left side nostril and breathe out the right. So you close the right and you inhale left. And then you close the left and you exhale right. In left. Out right. In left. Out right. In left. 2, 3, 4. Out right. 2, 3, 4. In left. Out right. Inhale left and hold. Heart up, chin in. pelvic floor rising. Stay 3, 2, out right. The right hand down. Just 2 normal breaths. Soften the body, allow your posture to adjust itself. Trust what you're doing. Good. So the 4th fingertip closes the left side. Breathe in through the right side nostril. Close right. Out left. 2, 3, 4. In right. Out left. Feel how it's smoothing out. Soften your face. In right. Out left. The breath becomes smooth and steady. In right. Out left. In right. Hold. Out left. And down, just notice. Good. Hands up, palms face me. Exhale, they come down. Yep. In, out. So we go in the nose. Let your elbows thump into your ribs. You are likely spraying all sorts of things. You're okay. Here we go. We got 30 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Hands down. Notice. Loves notice. Woo! Just go with the current you've made. Feel it move through you. Notice if you're putting on the brakes with all possible reluctance. Lift the brake and notice what happens if you just let go into that current. What would happen? Keep going, keep going. Let it lift your heart, let it drop your seat, let it broaden your collarbones, let it announce to yourself, I am this. I know this, I trust this, I am this. I am carried, I am held, I am known. Go with this. And then come onto your back. Right down. Good. So if you bend your knees and have your hands to your thighs, you can hold your pants to sit yourself up. So that's most modified. Knees bend, hands on thighs, extend your legs to lift yourself up. Whatever you need to do to get up there. Or hands out. Knees bend. Inhaling up. Exhaling back. Or no bending your legs. So each time you reach back, as you lie back, your hands point to the ceiling. And you'll want to swing them overhead so you have this really lovely momentum. If you need to, that's grand. The last stage, put your palms together. And the fingers point to the ceiling as you lie back. And the fingers point forward as you rise up. Now you can work right there, or sweep one hand back. And then to the floor. And then the other side, rise up, overhead, turning back. 5 more. Good morning. Good morning. I've missed you. Right about now. It's good to have a little encouragement. One more each side. Open your chest. Arrive in your navel. And lie back and lie down and notice. Widen your heels, widen your arms. I am this light, this ability, this heat. Shake out your feet. Draw your knees to your chest, hands on shins. This is exhale. Legs extending out 60 degrees, arms out wide. This is inhale, just for a minute. Exhale, knees to chest, they are wide. Keep the base of your big toes together. Inhale, open, exhale, close. So the feet stay together, the knees widen as they come to your chest. Find the rhythm of your body and the rhythm of your breathing. And on the exhalation out of your body, you may have a sound. There may be real sensation of just setting down what you're done with. Let it out of your body so you can find a sensation of completion each time. Just let it go. And get a little more deliberate. Extend into the feet, extend into the hands, and then draw it back in. 10 more. Let it loosen. Let it move. You're getting stronger, getting warmer. For 2. For 1. Feet flat, feet wide, arms wide. Breathe at the belly. Palms down, lift your hips, put your seat on the backs of your hands. So the palms are in the floor, the backs of your hips are resting on your hands, lift your knees and then lift your heels. Keep your knees slightly bent if you need to, or extend if you can. And the right heel drops to the floor and comes back up. And the left heel tapped to the floor. So this is similar to our Surya Kriya. We're lighting the light, the solar plexus, the center of the sun and the center of the body. You may keep one heel and then the other, or with slightly bent knees, heels down toward the floor, inhale up. You may or may not tap the floor, and that's fine. Listen to your body. Or full posture, the legs stay straight, all the way up and all the way down. The key is that you're using the front of your abdomen rather than creating any strain in your hip flexors or your low back. And just trust you have time to build this up. So if you need to, bend your knees. Take care of your practice. And take care of your body. Inhaling up, exhaling down. 6 more. One more, tap your heel, bring it up, free your hands, turn your palms open and wide, let your legs go out and wide, and notice the center of the belly. The center of the self, the center of the sun, all the same thing. The center of your cell. And again, fall into the current of this light. Soften your body around it. Adjust yourself so that the confidence that exists in the center of your navel has the chance to arrive in your body. Not in your mind, but in your posture. In your breath. And knees to chest, shake out your feet, wag your tail, and we'll build our seat. So this is where you may want a little bit of height. It's day one. We won't go the full minutes, but it will be a bit of duration. And because it's new, it will be a bit of an ask. Mostly this is an ask for the mind. So simple. So we're going to start with the hands low, palms are open. Your middle finger comes towards the palm and then open. Exhale towards the palm, inhale, open. I'm going to quicken. It will tend to bring other fingers with it. Do what you can. So you're trying to isolate, you're trying to keep your fingers straight. Do what you can. So we sit tall. This is modification, or start with your hands out. So for the first minute, we're going to use this to open the shoulders. Turn your thumbs up. Good, feel that make some space in the chest and the back. Keep moving, keep your finger moving. Turn your thumbs forward. Draw your shoulder blades towards your spine. So use this first minute. Really reach into the wrists, reach into the fingers. Turn your thumbs back up. Readjust. Readjust. How is it making space through the chest? Turn your thumbs back. Yeah, turn your thumbs back. Turn your palms open. So that's the full pose. When you get stuck, turn your thumbs up. Get into that, and then turn your thumbs back again. Fully, by the end of 40 days, this is 8 minutes. Today is 4. Sink into your seat, stack your spine, crown over your seat. Use the opening and closing of your middle finger to begin to energize through the arms, through the chest, around the heart. When your shoulders can't do this, turn your thumbs up. If you need to, turn your thumbs forward, shoulders down, and then thumbs up, and then thumbs back. So you adjust yourself by turning your thumbs. 2 more minutes. Shoulders low, thumbs turned back, breath out the nose, eyes closed, and you're beginning to steady the mind in the rhythm of your breathing. Fortify your arms with your mind. Set yourself into the current that you created. Set yourself into the confidence at the center of your body. And declare, with no words, but declare with intention, how you will maintain this with radiance, not with force, but because of all the openings, that the navel is holding, the spine is holding, the arms is moving, the breath is moving, the hand is opening the heart. Open into the current. Open into the current rather than fighting it. Where can you open into your own ability, into your own stability, into your own play, into your light? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop, shake out, inhale, bring it up. Chin up, 3 sips, fill it. Tuck your chin, cap the bottle, lift your pelvic floor, and hold that light in your body, in your heart, in your abdomen, in your lungs, in your spine, in your ribs. Lift your chin, let it out. And sit tall and notice. Let it move through you. Release to the current. You're activating the intelligence of your body. Don't get in its way. Breathe it in. Right hand out, palm faces down. Left hand on right. If you need to, shake out your legs, rebuild your seat, whatever's required. If you need to, can't cross legs, sit up tall, legs out. So your fingers are interlaced, you're going to swing them left and swing them right. It's not athleticism, so it's not about how far you can go. Start with them low. And as they're low, let it open the upper back. So if you've had a kink in your upper back, just let it swing. Let your chin start to follow your knuckles. Inhale left, exhale right. It can be so small. You can be moving 6 inches. And if you have a tendency to really dive in, I want you to start small and just feel the ease in your body. And as it opens, you're just swinging. Let it swing your upper back open, let your eyes close, find the rhythm of your breathing. If it gets too big, you feel torquing in the low back, bring it back and get smaller and lower. Use the core strength we extended and opened at the navel. And as you become stable, sit down into your seat and eventually lifting your hands the height of your heart. Hint of a smile. Give it time. Give it time. Let it warm up. Let it release. You have 2.5 more minutes. Use your abdominal muscles. Relax your upper back. Relax your chin and your neck. Be turned rather than create turn. Become deliberate. Right hand on left, keep going. Left on right, keep going, 30 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Inhale, bring it up. 3 sips, call it up. Tuck your chin, lift the pelvic floor, hold the energy in your body. Soak it into your inner organs. You can open and close your hands, give it a little shimmy. Chin up, breath out, hands down, and notice. Let it in, let it through, let it be. Roll the shoulders, turn the chin, shake out your legs, recross, build it back. Hands open, your thumb comes to your pinky, you fold your fingers over your thumbs. One hand up, one hand down, and they change. In, axe, in, axe, in, axe. So the tendency here is that the shoulders start to creep up towards your ears. Keep the heart high and the shoulders low. Your seat is steady, your navel is strong. Your arms and your shoulders are doing far less work than your navel. Move your arms from your navel as much as you can, as crazy as that sounds. Eyes closed, steady. So we're steadying the mind. There'll be a place where it becomes challenging. If you have an old shoulder injury, you bend your elbows and keep your hands a little bit lower. That's how you modify. And then as you make your way back out, you straighten your arms, but the hands never come higher than your head. Anytime you need to, bend your elbows, make it a little smaller, come back in. Three minutes to go. Strong and steady in the navel. If you need to, bend your elbows, keep it marching through the arms. And if you can, begin to lift the pelvic floor, drawing it up, drawing the navel back, as though they would meet in the back of the low abdomen, right at the base of the sacrum, that there would be a point of stability. And that would hold your attention. And the breath would come and go from that point, and that the arms would simply be generating light as the pelvic floor and the navel create stability. Without causing harm or aggression, let the arms become a little straighter, become a little more deliberate, become a little more potent in your movement. A minute. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it up. Sweep it up. Inhale. Chin up. 3 sips. Fill it to the top. Tuck your chin. Hold the breath. Lift the pelvic floor. Imagine energy rising up, up, up through the spine, through the heart, through the throat, through the midbrain. Chin up. Breath out. Hands down. And notice. Be very still. In your stillness, release drama. Yes, it's a lot of light. Fortify the light with stillness rather than responding to light with drama. If it feels overwhelming, meet the overwhelm with stillness. And let it settle around you and let it settle within you. You are not a victim of the practice. You are not a victim of your choices. You are sovereign here. This is your light. Build it steadily and meet it with stillness. Settle the light around you intentionally. Settle the drama intentionally. And feel the ease and the power this creates. And let it go. Out the shoulders, out the hands, just notice. So we're causing a real wave of light, and then we're fortifying our stillness. We can handle this. We made this. It's okay. So this is the moment when we really want to have a little extra height under the hips, because you'll bring your feet forward, the soles of the feet together. Now bring your knees together and your feet come flat. When you drop your knees, let your feet peel apart. So there's about a block width for me. And the feet drop back to the floor. So they drop open and they drop closed. It can be so small. It can be so small. If you need to, put your back to a wall. If you need more height, the more height you have, the easier this posture will be, because we'll be moving the arms and the knees. So knees drop open, interlace your fingers, thumbs pointing forward. This is exhale, knees down, hands down. Knees towards each other, even if they don't meet. Bring your hands up as though your hands and your knees were joined. This is inhale. And then hands down, knees wide. This is exhale. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhaling, exhaling. Now there'll be a place here where first you're just trying to figure it out. And in trying to figure it out, you might get a little grippy in the hips. And so just let your knees be as loose as possible. And again, move your knees from your navel instead of from your hips. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And once you get it started, after about 30 seconds or a minute, there'll be a place that gets sticky. And then there'll be a place that creates real clarity. And how you make it your way into that space is absolutely defined by your experience with your body. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. If you need to stop, pause, shake it out, rebuild, fantastic. So it's a bigger breath, it's a bigger movement, all your major joints involved, and your core, your center is holding this together. Adam is cheering us on. Hands overhead, eyes closed. We are cheered on all the time, loves. So there's a reluctance, there's a resistance, I hit mine, and then I softened. And I say, hello, human body with my beautiful human limitations. I am not failing, but I am going a little more slowly. 2 minutes. If you need to, you pause and make it very, very small, but you don't give up. Or if you need to, you sit in stillness, but keep the clasp of your hands and keep the strong breath. Don't give up, don't get lost, but it's day one. Just try out what you can. Get a little more deliberate. Twenty seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out, cross your legs, hands up high, breathe it in and up. Chin up, 3 sips, go. Now hook your thumbs. Go a little taller, lift the pelvic floor. Call it up, call it up, call it up, little shimmy. Lift your chin, release your thumbs, breathe out, breathe wide, and spread a halo of light all the way around you. Feel the light in the bowl of the pelvis, through the legs. I am this pulse of your heart, your existence, in the low belly, in your desires, and how you feel, in your navel, and how you act, in your heart, how you make meaning and why it matters. To your throat, how you give it words, form. In your mind, how you receive the thought. Crown of the head, how you let it all go back out. I am this, I am all of it, and more. Stay seated if you choose, or unfold entirely. The body at complete rest. Blanket under or over as needed. Legs shake out, turning the palms open. And fall into that current, that light you've made. soften your chest and your shoulders. Let your arms be heavy, let your heels be heavy. Feel the support. Feel the support of the earth beneath you. Shake out your feet. Take your hands overhead. Bending your knees, have your feet wide as your mat. Let your knees drop side to side the way we did to begin. Loosening through the spine and the hips. Pausing a little at each side, knowing that the next time you come, the warm-up for the next practice will actually help to repair any tension that's residual from today. Consider it circular, that how we conclude now, we meet this body at the beginning of the next practice. And that warm-up soothes this effort and it prepares us to go forward again. Knees to your chest, knees wide, rolling the ankles, open and close your feet. And build a cross-legged seat, sitting tall. Notice this sensation, this axis of light. And then notice around it the field that exists. That in energetic terms, that is our true form. Sweep wide, reach high. Palms together. Thumbs to the forehead center. I bow to this truth of my light. Long sat, short nam, inhale. Sat nam. Sat nam. Thank you for your practice. At the end of our last day, we come all the way through the year view, all the way through the body, which we have absolutely put to use today. The day before we concluded, I got this beautiful envelope in post. It was from Anne, and I open it, and inside is a second envelope. It's no note. But the envelope inside is from Jay Suskin, the poet that I have read from on our way. And I know that she is cleaning her house, preparing to move. And the only thing in this envelope is this slip of paper. She writes her poetry, she types her poetry on receipt paper. And I hold this like a museum curator. And this is to send us into our next sequence, the profound offering of practice. As physical forms, we find the wholeness of healing comes into focus when we connect beyond muscle and bone. Within this work of peace, presence roots us into rhythm, and the lessons bloom from this place of practice. With deep appreciation, we look to all who bring forth the loving lineage of breath and motion. Here we call on verse to extend our thanks, our deepest appreciation for the reliable wisdom found only in the balance of mind and body nurtured. Thank you, Jacqueline Suskin. Thank you, Anne, for sending this. This is so precious to me. And thank you for your practice, for your movement, for your breath, for how it refines your mind, that in times of change, we allow an external flux because internally we are fortified with our own inner light, and our light is substantiated and holds us. We are not driven to overwhelm or drama. We are driven to light and strength. This is our practice. 39 days to go. I will see you there. Satnam.